Hey folks, welcome to this video on learning to play guitar from scratch. That's right. I'm going to be putting together a series of videos right here on my YouTube channel. For those of you who've always wanted to play guitar, or perhaps you have one sitting off in the corner and have never taken the time to learn it. So that's what I'm going to start talking about. Let's get to it. All right, so one of the first things you need to decide, acoustic or electric. Now, throughout the years, I've heard it said many times that you should always just start with an acoustic and then move on to electric once you've decided whether you like it or not. Uh, I kind of understand that mode of thinking. I take the opposite approach, and this is why. Electrics are actually a little easier to play. The necks on them are smaller, the strings are easier to push down. The body itself isn't as thick as an acoustic, so you have to kind of get your arm over it. There's many things that, are different from an acoustic to electric, but it's all the same information, same notes, the same chords, same techniques essentially. So real quick, my advice, if you don't already have a guitar, is go to a guitar store, pick up some electrics, pick up some acoustics, see how they feel in your hands. Of course, you're going to have a budget, and I really encourage you to plan on spending at the top of your budget, because guitars, like many things that we purchase in life, you get what you pay for. If you go too cheap, it's not going to tune. It's going to, feel like junk in your hands. It's just not going to feel nice. But you don't have to go spend $3,000 on some high-end top shelf guitar. The one thing I tell all my students is, regardless if it's acoustic or electric, is buy a guitar that inspires you to play. One you like the look of, one you like the feel of. Perhaps it's one very similar to your favorite guitar player or musician. Buy something that's going to inspire you to play. Okay, enough of that. The second thing you're going to need is some guitar picks. Okay, now, again, a lot of people say, well, if you're starting out, use thin picks. There's reasons for that, but I say this. Go to the guitar store, buy a bunch of picks that you think look cool, different thicknesses, different sizes, and just experiment with them. I mean, if you're just starting out, you don't have your preference yet. You're gonna develop your preferences over time. Okay, guitar that inspires you to play, picks that you think are cool and that will inspire you to play. Thirdly, a guitar tuner, or of course, we all have smartphones these days. For the most part, you can get a guitar tuner app. They're great. So, recap: guitar picks, tuner, and of course, learning how to tune your guitar, which I'll cover in other videos. And so that's kind of the gear you need. And if you decide to go with electric, don't feel like you need to get an amp right away. They still make sound whether they're plugged in or not. So just take that for what it's worth. Just look at my notes here. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I wanted to cover in just this intro video. Once you get yourself set up with that, make some sound. Pluck some strings. Got my trusty acoustic here. Okay. Maybe you don't know how to move your hands. I can teach you the beginning of a song right now. Any note on the guitar. Pluck it like this. That's the first 6 notes of Jingle Bells. I know, pretty advanced. But yeah, get yourself set up with the basic gear you need and just start making some sound. Take one of your fingers, put it anywhere on the guitar strings and pluck that string. Take your next finger, put it on somewhere else. Okay, it doesn't have to be fancy or sound like an actual song to you or to anybody else. What you're looking for is just getting comfortable holding the guitar and getting some sound to come out. All right, there you have it. Intro to learning to play guitar from scratch. Okay, hopefully that helps any of you who are going to dive in and learn to play. We'll see you next time.